Frédéric, can you come on board, please, and share a bit of your dreams coming true?
Hi, Caroline. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, so it's really a dreams, and I'll share with those 5 minutes with you the passion of Dassault Systems. First, the title, add a new dimension to your communication. The life is in 3D, and we are a 3D company. And I would like, first, before giving you a glimpse of the future, come back a little bit on the past to tell you what we do, what we have done, so you will understand where we go. We are a company which has been born in the 80s, so we are 30 years old right now. And the belief at that time, the bet at that time was engineer will design in 3D first, and if they need 2D drawing, they will generate the 2D drawing from the 3D master. At that time, people were using paper on pen, or 2D systems, and it was quite a challenge, and it was really a bet that those pioneers took. Ex-employees from Dassault Aviation, as you know, this technology is coming from there. So first, on mainframe, those guys were capable to do parts in 3D. From parts, they have done products, full digital products, complex product with a big partnership with Boeing, doing the 777, fully digitalized in 3D before doing the real plane. Then came the virtual factory, whereby with Toyota Motor Corporation, we are able to virtualize all their process chain, from the design thinking up to the maintenance, digitalizing the complete car, obviously, the complete processes and tools to make these cars, but also the virtual factory with the robots, simulating all that. And this is where we are, mostly on desktop PCs. And this is what industrials are doing in production. And from that, we are number one worldwide. Most of the products are digitalized in 3D, most of them with our softwares. Planes, cars, TVs, phones, whatever you use in your home, those masters are in 3D. And from that, the IT is moving on. We have the cloud platform, we have new tablets, your smartphones, your iPhones, so touch experience. And on the magic with that is now everyone can touch a 3D object, right? Before you were needed to be an engineer to have a big machine with a big graphic board. It was complex to use. Now you just get your iPhone, you go on the app stores, you take the 3D mobile app, you connect to the cloud, and you interact with an object. And from that, everyone can access a 3D lifelike experience. So from the part, then the product to the complete factory, to the complete factory, to the product in life. So we've digitalized since 30 years the products. For the next 20 years, we want to digitalize the human, because humans interact with the products, for life sciences, obviously, in the environment, so the life, including cities, trees, and whatever needed. So instead of using words, I'll show you some example of lifelike experiences already been done with a movie. So if you can launch the video, please. So it was very quick, right? So I will give some perspective on what you saw. First, social gaming. So you saw first a 3D game, which is a 3D apps within Facebook. So this is what our customers can do today with our platform. All this is online. And obviously, it's quite of magic being in Facebook and entering into a 3D world, whether it is a game or not. You saw at Vacher Gaming with augmented reality, so I'll do some name dropping here, but we've experimented that with Nestlé and Europa Corp to completely transform a cereal box into a video game, and it was quite amazing to see the reaction of the children, and obviously because they've done some tests, the marketing result and the business generated from that. Then, as you saw, a virtual visit of Shanghai 2010, whereby we virtualize many pavilions, including the French pavilion. So for people who are not able to visit Shanghai and do the travel, they were capable to connect online and do the virtual visit as if they have been in the real pavilion. So the virtual to enhance the real life. You remember the serious gaming with the experience you saw this morning with Staying Alive, using virtual world for education, and in the medical sector, it's obviously critical. You saw also a simulation in the middle with an ICAD project. ICAD is the big property developer in France. With a complete building so that you can experience and visit any of the flats. And obviously for lead generation and qualification, they experienced very good results, and it's still online. So if you want to buy a flat in Paris, I think it's not so far from here, you can visit this project in 3D. You saw also Tom Dixon, this famous designer, British designer, with a complete virtual showroom of his Milan show. You know, Milan is the designer fair once a year. It's kind of crazy fair. And we've decided with him to digitalize in 3D his booth so that online on his website, people were capable to visit the booth, not traveling to Milan. And in Milan, a 3D TV was installed at the end of the booth so that people could experience what they saw in real, in virtual. And it generated so much emotion. You saw people laughing that it was kind of crazy. Obviously, you saw shopping experience. So I heard a casino this morning. We have many projects with retailers so that they could virtualize their complete shops in 3D, doing first experimentation, product placement, simulating, the placement of each of the packaging so that they can enhance the position. Virtual visit for museum with Orsay. You saw the mobile touch experience with iPhone or iPad. It's available. You can download it. And finally, you saw with Desjoyaux his boat that was previously designed in Katia, but experienced online so that people could virtually visit the boat. And from that, a multi-user game so that people could drive the boat in a race. So you understand that gamification is now getting more and more interest because people are engaged, and it's what is critical. So I will not go into detail into this subway map. We have no time. The key thing to keep in mind is we have technologies, we have the platform, and we follow innovation. You saw from the beginning that we are in the business since 30 years with many IT revolution, and we'll be continuing investing. So for all innovation, like 3D TVs, like augmented reality, like everything you want, we deliver through the platform. And on the technology is not that interesting. As said Dominic, I completely share his view. Think about your usage. On usage are multiple. You saw virtual visit, you saw product placement, you saw gamification at Vacher Gaming. What is your usage in a virtual world? And as he said, because I think it's really right, think large. Don't put barriers at front. And then experiment what are your scenarios, what are your usage using a 3D world, and then you will deliver with the technology. Why 3D technology and virtual world are critical is because it's really engage with your community, with your client, with your partners. People are engaged into a virtual world. They interact with their virtual product. This is something you cannot do with sound. This is something you cannot do with video, because video, you send a message to someone, he listens the message, cool. It's 1.0 technologies. Here you really are in the 2.0 concept, whereby you engage, you saw staying alive, you really do the cardiac massage, you really use the defibrillator. So when you use the product, you interact with the product, and then obviously you retain the information. So we did some first measurement with staying alive. It was quite interesting. People are in average more than 3 minutes in the web page, which is something for marketers that is very, very interesting. And not only staying 3 minutes in your environment, really in those 3 minutes, people interacted with the virtual product. So then they know how to use it, they recognize the product, they keep it in mind. So obviously for marketing reason, it's very interesting. So the question here is, Anu, what's your story in 3D? You need to think about what could be your 3D word, whatever it's for communication, advert gaming, training, education, simulation. Everyone, I guess, will have his story in 3D. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Frédéric. So, yeah, obviously, your web visitors are staying alive during 3 minutes on the website.
Oh, yes, my last comment, because there is no business there, it's pure, you know, we have been really shocked when we heard this issue of cardiac arrest at Dassault Systems, so we decided to invest to help this cause. It's 10 times more death by cardiac arrest than by accident by car, for instance. Accident. So if you take 4 minutes to go on stayingalive.fr and to do the experience, you will really learn something. It could happen to everyone. So try it, it's free. Thank you.
Thank you very much.